These takes might be kind of controversial, but I really don't care. This is just my opinion, y'all. You really don't need to spend all that money on that. Nobody's even gonna notice.
Hey, this feeling like my type of day. Won't let you under my skin. Can't make me feel no type of way. Can't make me feel no type of way. Yeah, if you don't stand for none, you'll fall for anything. Yeah.
All right, y'all. As y'all can see, we are back with another video. In this video, we're gonna be talking about like your wedding budget, things that you should splurge on versus things that you really don't have to include in the budget, like things that really you don't have to spend that much money because people are not going to pay attention to it. Okay, let me try to get better lighting. It's kind of stormy outside. All right, y'all. I kind of want to hold the mic. I like holding it better. All right, y'all. So I do have my list here in front of me just so I can make sure I keep up with all of what we're going to be talking about. So this video is basically going to be like setting your wedding budgets and making sure that you stick to your wedding budget. Things that you can kind of cut costs on to make sure that you stay within your budget, because that's the main thing. Like, I feel like getting married is such a happy and beautiful time in your life. You don't want it overshadowed by $300,000 of debt because you plan a wedding that you really cannot afford, for real. Like, so let's just get into it, okay? So we're gonna first start off with things that I feel like are worth splurging on, okay? And the first thing on this list is your dress. Oh my gosh, don't get me wrong. On TikTok, I've seen a lot of brides that will go on like Facebook Marketplace, or they'll like thrift their dream dress and they will spend like under $100, under 200, under 300 for their dress. I've seen some brides go on Shein and get a dress that they like. And don't get me wrong, the dresses I've seen on Shein don't look bad. Like, some of them are really, really cute and look better than some of the custom dresses I've seen brides spend thousands on, right? But I will say, I only plan on getting married one time, and I really have always had a picture in my mind of what I want it to look like on my wedding day. And I also have a budget of what I'm comfortable spending on a dress, and 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 was not a comfortable budget that me or my mom, because that's who paid for my dress. That was not a budget that me or her were comfortable at setting, because at the end of the day, it's one day and it's a dress that you're wearing one time, right? Unless you plan on like reselling your dress and getting some of that money back that you spend on it. But I don't plan on reselling my dress. Like, I plan on keeping my dress for my future daughter, for her to wear it if she wants to wear it, or just to try it back on in 5 years, 10 years, because why not? Why not? So yeah, y'all, that's the first thing I feel like you should splurge on is your dress. This is your day. You want to make sure that you feel like the most beautiful princess in the whole world, because that's what you deserve to feel like. It's your wedding. Like, this is the one day where you should be going all out with the full everything. Like, and even with me, I was going to do my own makeup. I'm at the point I'm about to just pay for somebody. Well, actually, my mom offered. She was like, girl, we're not doing that. I will pay for you to get your makeup done because you're trying to DIY too much. And I was like, you know what, sister, you right. How do we get on makeup? Anyway, dress. Splurge on your dress. For number 2 and 3, I put your hair and your makeup. For my hair, I am spending quite a big chunk on a wig. I was going to get bundles, but I decided a wig is probably better for me because I'll be able to take it off and put it back on easier than like getting a full like sew-in with the closure and everything. So I'm gonna just do a wig, and then I'm getting my makeup done professionally. And this all goes into, you're gonna look back on your pictures. You want to feel the most beautiful. Like, you want to feel and look like, you want to look at your pictures and be like, wow, is that me? Like, wow, I look otherworldly. Like, I don't even look real. I look so beautiful that I don't even look real. That's how you want to feel on your wedding day. Okay, so invest in your dress, invest in your hair, invest in your makeup, and that's whatever that means to you. Like, for some people, investing in their hair and their makeup for their wedding means spending $5,000 because they want to get the flyest of the flyest bundles shipped from I don't even know where. They want to get the celebrity makeup artist and the whole experience, and that's them because that's their budget. Everybody's budget is different, so that means splurging for different people is different. You got to figure out what splurging means for you. Straight up. So like I said, I'm spending like 300 on the wig and then 200 for the install, or like 175 for the install. But that's not bad to me. that's something that I will do for my wedding. I just feel like it's gonna be too much the morning of for me to sit there and do it myself. If I do one thing wrong, I am gonna crash out because this is the most important makeup that I'm gonna be doing. Like my most important beat. Okay, not of my life, but one of them though. Like this is important. I have to look. It has to be beat. What I have on now, a cute little simple everyday. I could do this 10 times over, 10 million times over. I could even add a little extra and make it, you know what I'm saying? A special event makeup, but not for my wedding. I've decided I'm going to professional and I'm just going to get them to do it. And yeah, I have my inspo of what I want to look like. As y'all know, probably if you've been watching my other videos, I want to look like a Mona Leo, like blushing bride makeup look. I really want to look like just like sun kissed with the perfect amount of blush. I really want to look like myself and not too much makeup where it's like, girl, you did too much. But I do want it to, be able to show up in the pictures. So invest in your dress, invest in your hair, invest in your makeup, because this goes into number 4, photography. Invest in your pictures, bro. Invest in who's doing your pictures. Now, that's not me saying that you have to spend $5,000 for these photographers and their packages, because I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of insane to me how much I feel like people charge for weddings. Like if it's any other event, even if it's the same amount of time being spent, they will double their price because it's your wedding. And I just feel like that's very like predatory. Why are we doing that? Like you doing the same amount of work, driving the same distance, and you charging me double because it happens to be my wedding and not my baby shower or some other type of event. Like it's just very irritating. But yeah, y'all, invest in your photography. Okay, make sure that your pictures look really, really good. We're having a photographer. He's a videographer for my fiance, and then he's a photographer for me. I've used him for like photo shoots in the past, and then my fiance has used him for like all of his music videos and stuff in the past. So we're gonna use him. He's gonna get footage and pictures for us, but I also kind of want to hire a content creator to get content for me as well, like behind the scenes. So I'm gonna try to look into that and see if I can do that as well and get somebody for that. But yes, invest in your photography and your pictures, because this is what you're gonna have to look back on. Like you want to have a lot of content, a lot of pictures, a lot of memories. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting me some photo album books. I've been telling all my family like for the past year, that's a lost art. People don't get photo album books anymore, and I don't like that. I don't appreciate that, because why? One of the best parts of growing up for me at my grandma's house was going through photo album books, looking at all my family, great aunts. My grandma has like 8 sisters, looking at all of them when they were younger, their kids, my great grandmothers, like just seeing what they look like, my great grandfathers. It was just a staple of my childhood that I will never forget. So we have to bring back photo album books. Like nobody has them. And I told my grandma too, for the wedding, that's a gift that I want from you. I want some really nice, like 1980s inspired photo album books, sister. Yeah. So invest in your pictures. That's very important. Pictures and videography. Even if you're just having like a photographer there and then a content creator, however you want to split it up. Like I said, going all out depends upon your budget and your like pay scale that you're doing it on. For some people, they will spend $10,000 on the photography and videography because they have the money to, and it's within their budget. People are too easily influenced by other people, and that's how the train becomes a runaway, and the whole wedding gets away from them, because your Pinterest board has turned into something completely different from what it started from, because you've allowed this person and this person and this person to add in their opinion, but not no money. They ain't adding no money to the pot, but they adding a whole lot of opinions though. So yes, it's the make sure that you're investing in your photography, okay? Whatever that means to you. The person that we're hiring, I feel like he's not charging us too much. I think it might be right over like $1,000 for him to be there for like the whole wedding day. He's actually probably giving us a deal because we are like, we give him a lot of business and we are like cool, like close associates with him. So I feel like, yeah, that's going to be really good. We're not paying too much for that. I do want a content creator. That probably will be like an extra like $700. I'm not mad at that. I'll pay that. They better be working the whole time. I want footage of everything. Getting ready, the cocktail hour, after we say I do, I want that moment, the first looks, like you better be working. And I'll pay you. I'll pay you for your time. I really will. So, yeah, y'all. So our list so far: invest in your dress. This is your day. You want to look and feel your best. Your hair, your makeup, This list might seem selfish, but it's your day. It's you and your fiance's day. Straight up. So your dress, your hair, your makeup, your photography, and the last one, y'all, food and open bar. And with this, you're gonna have to be like flexible with the venue with this one, I feel like, because with a lot of venues, they either want you to use their caterer and their bartender, or they want you to use a caterer or somebody who is off of their like official list of like approved vendors. It can get really tricky with like vendors as far as like food and open bar. It gets very tricky as far as like catering. It really does, because venues are just so finicky with that. Like my venue, I can bring in my own caterer and like open bar, like bartender. However, they have to have like the proper like licensing to be able to serve food and drinks out of their building, which is normal for a lot of venues. But some venues do not require that. Like my aunt, the neighborhood that she lives in, they have a clubhouse and she can rent it out for free once a year. Literally, it's huge. I'll probably show y'all a little mini clip video right here. We're having a welcome party in this venue, but they don't require any type of licensing for the food. I was like, wow, if I would have known about this before, I would be getting married here. But the look of my venue versus the look of the clubhouse is completely different. It wouldn't have gave that old classic romantic Hollywood feel that I want. So yeah, y'all, it's just make sure with catering, bro, and the food and drink portion, it really matters on the venue. And you can really save cost if you have a venue that will allow you to bring in your own food. And that's all I'm gonna say, okay? Because the clubhouse that I could have had, that I found out about late, you don't need no licensing or nothing. Like, you and your family can cook and bring the food in and serve it. Now, for alcohol, you do have to have like your Virginia ABC like license or something like that, whatever it's called, but that's not hard to get. So yeah, y'all, when it comes to catering and a bar, I do feel like you should spend money on it. However, I'm so blessed. Like my extended family that I'm marrying into, they own a catering company, and my cousin-in-law owns her own bartending business, like full business. So they're gonna be doing the wedding for us as a gift to us. I'm so blessed. That's saving me like $8,000, $10,000, and I'm not being funny. To feed 100 people, I would have probably been paying like $3,000, which is not terrible. But also, if I don't have to, are you kidding me? Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord Jesus. God is so good. As well as the open bar. She's doing that for us as a gift. Mind you, we do have to stock the bar. But as far as like her, like she has staff and everything, like a full bar, her own staff. They be in like the matching outfits and everything. Like she's official. So she's doing that for us for free as a wedding gift. How blessed am I? You can still find, and this is how much I'm giving y'all tips, even if you don't have family and friends that own businesses that can do it for you for a wedding gift. If you can find a venue, and I'm gonna put a video up of that venue that you can bring your own food, it's huge. You can still have a wedding of like 130 people there, and it's nice, big parking lot and everything. So there's ways around it. But like I said, most commercial venues, bro, that are strictly for like weddings, they either want you to get their caterer and their bartender that's attached to them, which is expensive, or they want you to get your caterer and your bartender off a list of approved vendors. And that list, bro, ain't nobody under $8,000. Scratch that. We're not doing that. And this video is getting a little long. So I'm going to stop yapping so much and just move on to the next, bam, bam, bam. Keep it, period. We right here. You feel me? Okay. So that was all of our things to splurge on. So we're going to go over it again. Splurge on dress, hair, makeup, food bar, and photography. These things matter. Not just for you to look back on, but as far as your guests too, the food and the bar, it's going to be really nice for your guests. Even if you're not a big drinker, you can have like sparkling ciders, wines, you know what I'm saying? Specialty like mocktails. That's still fun and something interactive for your guests, right? You can make it special just for you. It's all customized. Now the things that I feel like is not worth spending money on. And this might ruffle some feathers, but I don't care, bro, because your guests really are not going to pay attention to these things. Florals. I said it. I said it. I said it. Bro, I called so many florists like when I was planning my wedding because I did want real flowers until I learned how much real flowers cost. I will not be doing that. Are you crazy? There's going to be like 10 tables at my wedding. So you're telling me you want $500 per centerpiece. So you want $5,000 for flowers. They're going to die in a week. No, ma'am, I'm not doing that. That's crazy to me, y'all. I've never understood that. I plan on getting my florals off of Alibaba. I'll put some pictures right here. I already know which ones I want. I already have contacted like my seller. So it's just with florals, bro, it's so much money and it's just so much money for no reason and they're going to die. Alibaba, you can get a nice, like most of the ones that I were looking at were like 35 to 55 per centerpiece. That's not bad. So for my grand total for mine, for the flowers, for my welcome party and for my wedding is around $500. Thank you. I would do that 10 times over and they look good. Like I said, I will put pictures right here. The most important part is finding a good seller, looking at reviews and looking at how long it takes them to get your flowers to you, because you don't want to order your flowers and then your wedding is in 3 months and it takes 2 months for the flowers to get in, and by the time they get in you don't even like how they look and it's too late for you to order more. So just make sure you look at the seller. They have a good feedback, good reviews, all of that. Make sure you read through the reviews, look at the pictures, all of that, and you'll be fine. Now for my bouquet and my bridesmaids bouquets, those will be real flowers. But for the centerpieces, yeah. Number 2, venue. This one might kind of seem crazy, and I know, but when you look at how much wedding venues cost, y'all, when I first started wedding planning, I literally wanted to vomit. When I looked at how much these wedding venues cost, how much they charge, bro, for one day. I will give you an example. If you live in the Richmond, Virginia area, I toured Maymont Park, right? Because I was like, it's beautiful there. I can have my full guest count there. It's gorgeous. I don't want to cut nobody off my list. I want everybody to be able to come. Do y'all know that it was $6,000 for 3 to 10:30 p.m.? Not even the whole day. Not even the whole day. For not even the whole day. Are you joking? That really gagged me. I'm like, not even 10 to 10. Y'all are doing 3 to 10. $6,000. Mind you, the getting ready part, where me and my bridesmaids were going to be getting ready, it did not look good in there. It kind of scared me being in there. It looked very old-timey, Williamsburg. It threw me off. I'm not gonna lie. It really threw me off. And I was just like, y'all charging way too much for this for only a quarter day spot. It's not even a full 12 hours. And that's crazy to me. Was not doing that. There was no amount of peer pressure in the world from any family member that would have made me do that. And people really were in the beginning, y'all, I had some family that were really upset with me for not having a venue where I could have more people invited. But when I showed them the price and I'm like, well, pull out a checkbook, write me a check and I'll do it. Quiet. It's quiet. Ain't no back talk, because people don't realize how much money goes into planning a wedding until they see that price. So I had to show my family that price. Exactly. So yeah, y'all, venue. You can save on venue, for real. These places that charge all this money, it don't even be worth it, for real. The venue that I'm doing for my wedding, I want to show y'all so bad, but I can't. I will do a full recap video after I get married in October and go through the full price breakdown of how I kept my wedding under 10K, because I know y'all are probably going to want to see that. My venue is beautiful. It's so elegant and classy. The photos are going to be gorgeous. It's going to be so beautiful. I'm so excited. However, my guest count is only at 85. It's around 90. It's right under 90. Plus my bridal party is going to be right at 103 people there. The max on the building is 125. So we're doing perfect, right? I told them 85 guests for us to have a full dance floor, but we're going to have to try to figure it out as we go, and that's fine with me. But literally, y'all, it's going to be enough space for all of us. It's going to be beautiful pictures, beautiful chandeliers, beautiful gowns. Beautiful gowns. It's going to be gorgeous. I'm so excited. But I had to take that cut. I couldn't invite that extra 30 people because I wanted to save that extra $3,000. Do y'all feel me? The more people that you have at your wedding, the more money it's going to cost you. And you have to really decide if that's important to you or not. Mind you, if it's somebody you haven't talked to in the past 6 months, 8 months, why are they coming to your wedding? Why? There's no need for them to be there. I'm sorry. Like, next time you see them in person, show them pictures or something. But it's just like the amount of money that goes into this day. This is a very sacred day. Having random people there, even if it's family that you haven't seen in a long time, you're spending all that money, it's not worth it. And I thank my Lord and Savior that I'm very like strong and firm on what I want, and I don't allow outside opinions to sway me on my decision, because eventually everybody like follows suit and they see where I'm coming from in the long end. You know what I'm saying? They might not see it then or understand it then, but they see and understand later. Next is bachelorette trips and bachelor like parties. I'm sorry, y'all. So, and it's so much money. It's so much money. I'm sorry. Like, I know so many brides personally, and this is no judgment to them. I love them. This is their process. And you might feel this way too. They want the entire process. They want the engagement party, the bachelorette and bachelor trip, the bridal party. They want all these things. Mind you, they're paying for it themselves. They want the big wedding in Italy or in all these different places. They're paying for all these things themselves, right? They feel like they have to hit every nail on the head that they see other brides do because they see that other people are doing it. You don't have to follow every other bride's trajectory. You can follow your own, right? And what I learned throughout this whole process and like just confirmed to me is like, I don't have to spend money just because I see other people spending money. I want a really nice honeymoon. Therefore, I cannot do a bachelorette trip, bro, knowing that I would be covering most of that cost, or no, and I wouldn't want to put that cost on any of my bridesmaids either. Like, my bridesmaids have full lives, bro. They love me, so they're going to be a part of my wedding because they love me, but at the same time, they have full lives. I don't want nobody coming out of pocket hundreds and thousands of dollars because I want this, that, and that. I've seen the bridesmaid horror story videos on TikTok. I don't want that, bro. I don't. I'd rather me and my fiance go on a really laid, nice honeymoon and put that money towards that, rather than feeling like I have to do a big bachelorette or bachelor trip because I see other people doing it. Now, what we are going to do is probably go out to DC for the day and like go out to brunch, go to the spa, maybe go out and like turn up that night. But as far as like an actual trip, we're not doing that. DC is like an hour and 45 minutes away. That's nothing. That's nothing. Like I said, this is your wedding. You can do what you want to do. You don't have to have a whole trip. My coworker went to like this like anime festival with her bridesmaids, and that was her bachelorette party, and she had a ball. She was showing me pictures. I was like, girl, yes, this is so cute. This is tea. This is original. I love seeing people live their lives on their standard, by their rules. You feel me? So yeah, y'all. I don't feel like it's worth spending money on that. Like I said, this video was for my brides that are sticking to a budget, setting a budget, sticking to it, and not going into their life after their wedding in debt. I do not want to be in debt for a wedding. I'm literally planning and paying for my wedding as we go. So yeah, y'all. Next is the cake. My mom is making such a big deal out this cake. She was like, girl, at this point, I'll pay for it. Mom, I've noticed, bro, my mom, when she's fed up with me and like, over me, she just offers to pay for stuff, and I'm just like, okay, because I was good with nothing but cake, getting a big like cake from them, and having that, and serving cupcakes too. I feel like that's cutesy. That's what I would have been cool with. She's like, no, we're doing an actual cake. Honestly, I've seen so many videos of brides cutting their cake and nobody's watching. Nobody cares. Nobody oohs and ahs at a cake unless you're at Cake Boss or Cake War or something like that. Nobody cares, bro. It's a cake. I've never been to a wedding where people actually took interest in even watching you. Like, they'll watch y'all cut the cake and feed it to each other, but sitting there slicing it up. I've never heard nobody judge a cake after a wedding. How good it tasted? Yes. The appearance of it? No. If you have a family member, a grandma or a cousin or an aunt that's a good baker, get them to bake your cake for you. For real, y'all. We have to be innovative. You don't have to follow what everybody else is doing. What do you want to do? And I'm being so for real. And these cake prices, thousands of dollars for a cake. The last and definitely not least, party favors. I'm already feeding you and giving you drinks for free and entertainment. Why am I paying for a party favor? not doing it. That was dramatic. But for real, y'all, I feel like party favors are unnecessary. You're already coming to the wedding. Take pictures. I'm not restricting nobody from taking pictures or videos. Like, take pictures, take videos. Why am I giving you a takeaway? We don't need that. And that's extra money as well. We're not going to do all that. Honestly, it would piss me off if I did that and spent the money and I went around the tables and people didn't take them home. So you telling me I spent all this money for no reason? No. What me and my fiance are going to do, and he doesn't even know this yet, I want us to write personalized letters to each person that's coming to the wedding and put it like in their seat. Because I feel like that's so special. And I saw it on TikTok and I wrote that down because I was like, I'm going to do that. Write that down. I'm doing that. That's so sweet. That's so unique. And that's so individualized to that person. Like, for my cousin, for instance, thank you for coming, so-and-so. I appreciate you being here. You and so-and-so. Thanks for celebrating us. Love you so much. Lex and Daywan. That's so sweet. And people will probably keep that. Versus me spending $300 on personalized shot glasses or whatever. I don't feel the need to do that. I was thinking magnets would be cute. I'm going to keep y'all tuned to that because I don't know. We might do magnets. But yeah, y'all, even if you want to do a party favor, don't spend too much money on it. Make a budget for like $150, $200. You can get some nice party favors for cheap. But I've been seeing some of the craziest, most expensive party favors. And then a month later, the bride will post a video. Yeah, I just feel like it wasn't worth it because I spent this much and half of my guests didn't even take it home. You going to take this gift home. Yeah, I spent this much money. You going to take this gift home. So yeah, y'all, that is my list of things to splurge on versus things to save on when it comes to your wedding. Again, y'all, walk this life by the beat of your own drum. You don't have to do what other people are doing. You don't have to spend money and feel pressure to spend money or invite more or expand the guest list or you don't have to do any of that. This is for real. This is your wedding. What do you want to do? What's important to you? And I didn't even have this on here, y'all. A good DJ. Make sure you invest in good money, like a good person to like play the music for you. I've seen so many videos of brides walking down the aisle and they have a Spotify playlist and a commercial plays in the middle of them walking down the aisle. I would literally gag, throw up, walk back down the aisle and start over. Because are you kidding me? That would make me cry. And I'm not trying to be funny. I would cry. Invest in a good DJ. Like, it's important. You want a good flow for the night. With most DJs, they have like an MC add-on, like, or they'll be the MC for you. You can have a family member be the MC for you and like do the announcements for the wedding. But just make sure you invest in a good DJ and a good MC because that is important as well. Okay, y'all? So I love y'all so much. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I have so much more content coming. The wedding is approaching very quickly, y'all. We're locking in. I have decided to do 75 hard before the wedding. So if y'all want me to document that, I will. I did get a vlogging camera. I do plan on getting some SD cards for that. So I definitely feel like I should vlog 75 hard, a bridal edition, because I'm locking in. Like, literally, y'all, we're like at the end part of July. We really only have August, September. October don't count because my wedding is the first week of October. Comment some do's and don'ts for your wedding. Comment some splurges or saves that you're doing for your wedding. I am so interested in hearing like what y'all are doing for y'all's wedding as well. And yeah, I will see y'all next time. I love y'all so much. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.
Hey, this feeling like my type of day. Won't let you under my skin. Can't make me feel no type of way. Can't make me feel no type of way. Yeah, if you don't stand for none, you'll fall for anything. Yeah.